You know, when you think about the apocalypse in stories, it's usually, what, zombies? Or maybe nukes?
Yeah, the standard stuff.
But the premise we're diving into today, it feels so much more specific and cruel. Just imagine a world where a virus suddenly kills every single human over the age of 13.
It's a terrifying thought.
Uh-huh.
We are, of course, talking about Seraph of the End, or Owari no Seraph. And the horror, it doesn't even stop with the virus.
No, it gets worse.
Much worse. Just as human society completely collapses, vampires emerge from, well, wherever they were hiding. They round up all the surviving children.
And herd them underground, treating them like livestock for blood.
It's an incredibly bleak setup.
It really is. So our mission for this deep dive is sort of twofold. First, we're going to lay out the basics of this world, the tragic story of these two friends at the center of it all.
And second,
We're going to break down what makes this whole series, the manga, the anime, all of it, what makes it so compelling.
well, to do that, you have to start with the protagonists, Yuichiro and Michaela Hyakuya.
They aren't brothers by blood, right? They're orphans.
Exactly. They're from the same orphanage, but they consider each other family. And they're trapped together in one of those underground vampire cities, just dreaming of escape.
And this is where the story, it just really twists the knife. They try to escape, and it goes horribly wrong.
Disastrously wrong. Yuichiro's the only one who makes it to the surface.
Right, and he's convinced his entire family, especially Michaela, died to save him. He saw it happen, or he thought he did.
And that one event defines everything that comes after. Yuichiro, fueled by revenge, joins the Japanese Imperial Demon Army. He wants to wipe out every last vampire.
But the tragedy is, Michaela didn't actually die.
No. He was found at the brink of death and was, let's just say, forcibly turned into a vampire by their queen, Kultepes.
Wow, that is a rough deal. So you fast forward 4 years.
And you have Yuichiro, a human soldier hunting vampires, and Michaela, a vampire who secretly despises his own kind and also humans.
So the main conflict isn't just a war. It's these two, destined to meet again on a battlefield.
Yes. One fighting for humanity, the other trying to, in his own mind, rescue his best friend from the humans.
Okay, let's unpack that a little, because this is where the story gets really interesting. Michaela thinks the humans are the problem.
That's the core twist. The series just completely tears apart the whole humans are the good guys trope.
So the Imperial Demon Army isn't what it seems.
Not at all. They're led by the Hiiragi family, who are, let's just say, ruthlessly ambitious. We find out they're conducting these forbidden, completely inhumane experiments
To do what?
to create something called the Seraph of the End. Basically, it's a weapon of mass destruction.
So Michaela's perspective, his hatred of humans, it starts to make a lot more sense.
It completely flips the script. He sees the humans manipulating Yuichiro, turning him into a weapon, and he wants to save him from them. It's not the standard human versus monster story at all.
And speaking of weapons, we have to talk about the power system, this cursed gear, or Kiju. It's not as simple as just picking up a magic sword, is it?
Oh, far from it. It's a deal with the devil, literally. To fight the insane strength of the vampires, humans have to form contracts with demons.
Like Yuichiro's demon, Asuramaru.
Exactly. But it's not a power you just turn on. It's a constant internal battle for control over your own body.
Right, I was reading about this. If you falter, if your will is weak for even a second, the demon just takes over.
And you become what they call a man-eating ogre. You're fighting the vampires outside and a demon inside, all the time.
It's such a great metaphor for the cost of all that power.
And it all ties back to that central theme of family. You know, the horror in the story comes from being betrayed by adults, by the people who are supposed to protect you.
But the heroism comes from the new family you build, his squad in the Moon Demon Company.
Precisely. They're the ones who keep him grounded, who keep him human. That chosen family is the only anchor in a world that wants to turn you into a monster to fight other monsters.
So when you boil it all down, what do you have? You've got this incredible visual spectacle with demon swords, and at its heart, this gut-wrenching drama about two friends who are destined to be enemies.
It's a story that's constantly forcing you to ask where your loyalties should lie.
It really is. So we'll leave you with a final thought to chew on. In a war where the humans are dabbling in forbidden taboos and the vampires are, in some ways, just protecting their own, who are the actual monsters here?
That's the question at the very heart of the series.
Thanks for listening to our deep dive on Seraph of the End. We'll catch you on the next one.